Welcome everybody. All right, let's go ahead and let's make this game. So I'm going to go to push game here and we'll call this collect blocks for iPhone and I'll give it a number here. Make sure it says SpriteKit, and iPhone. So we'll go ahead and push next and create. And that looks pretty good. I think that looks actually quite awesome here. And what we'll do is we'll click the game scene and click play just to make sure that it works, because you always want to make sure that your code works before you move on. And we can go to the simulator here and there we go. You can see that we have the iPhone 6 Plus. And if your device looks like this here, you can always go to Window, Scale, and 50%. Yeah, and it does work. All right, so let's close everything here and let's delete all of our extraneous code. And I'll just kind of do this here. And there you go. All right, so let's go ahead and let's add in our game objects here. So we're going to add in a var. We'll call this block. It'll make that equal to an SK sprite node. Then we'll add in another var here. We'll call this touched node. Make that equal to an SK node. Okay. And what this SK node is going to do is that this SK node is going to, we're going to be able to click the right node. And once that node does, we'll click the right node and we'll store it in this touch node here. Okay. So we have this touch node. What we also need to do is add in a var. We'll call this block size, make that equal to a CG size. And we'll make this maybe 80 by 80. And what we'll do is we'll add in our labels here. We'll add in a var lbl main is equal to sk label node. And I'm going to copy this sk label node. Okay, and I'm going to go to var lbl score and then var lbl timer. Pretty cool stuff. Let's add in our colors here. And you can see that there's an error, and it's because there's no space. Swift is very picky about the spaces. So let's go and let's make an off-white color. Make that equal to UI color. And we'll push the bracket and we'll hop all the way down to our RGBA value. And we'll go 0.9 and 8. We'll go to 0.98. 0.98. And just tabbing over here, 0.98 and 1.0. We'll go to var off black color and we'll make that equal to UI color. Same thing, RGBA value, except we'll make it 0.2, 0.2, and 0.2, 1.0. Right, we'll also add in a var here. We'll say this is orange custom color. Make it to UI color dot orange color. So we'll have the nice orange color here. Now we need some game state variables. So we'll say is collecting is equal to true. And then we'll add another one here. We'll say is complete is equal to false. Okay. And then we're going to say var, we'll call this collecting timer. Okay. Make that equal to 7. And then we'll add in another variable here. We'll call this score. We'll add in another variable called blocks, or amount of blocks to spawn. Amount of blocks to spawn is equal to 25. And then we're going to say var touch location is equal to CG point. Okay. And that will store the touch location in there. All right, let's set the background color. We'll say self dot background color is equal to off-white color. And we'll set the touch location to touch location. And that way we'll set up the touch location. Now we haven't really done anything else, so let's just run it just to make sure we did everything correctly here. And as you can see, well, we have a nice white color. Seems a little bit plain, but that's the color that we're going to go to. Instead of having a black background, which I like personally, you can also have a white background. But remember, it's an off-white, not a complete white, so it stands out just a little bit. This concludes the tutorial.